All right. So this is Rain Allen with True Pint, True Paranormal Investigations of North Texas. This is our first podcast of many, hopefully. So if we do suck at this, bear with us. We're working this out. We've been doing this. Myself and co-founder Lynn Deaton have been investigating the paranormal now for about 8 years. Honestly, I started this to disprove everything on the TV shows. Ghost hunters, ghost explorers, or adventurers, any of those. I thought they were all fake. Entertaining as hell, but fake. I learned real quick that it was about as real as it could get, and honestly, it put me in a coma for about 3 or 4 weeks, so I could wrap my head around it and get over what I was actually hearing. Don't go into this lightly, anybody who is thinking about it. It's the real deal. Now, I have not been lucky enough to see a shadow person or a full-bodied apparition or anything of this sort, but EVPs, we have got plenty. I would say now we've in the thousands. We've got a talent for picking those up, recording them, and recording some very good, intelligent voices. Now, as far as getting into it to learn what was out there, I've learned that I needed to go back to church. I will say that. I got my Irish ass back into the Catholic Church, basically to help me deal with what I was dealing with, to wrap my head around it, and also to it scared me enough to put me in check, and I realized I needed God's help at that point. A little bit about ourselves: we are not, goth punks. We are not deathmongers. We are two regular guys. I guess we're in our middle age now. We're in our 40s. Had steady jobs. We both have families. We go through the same thing everyone else does every day. We're from North Texas. Originally, I'm from San Diego. Lynn has been from here all his life. We started this out, like I said, just for something to do instead of going to the bar and getting drunk every weekend or every day, like we were doing. And it's pretty much taken over our free time. Plenty of investigations on houses, cemeteries, lot buildings, out in the open, accidental EVPs at the house, in parks, on videos. It's about anywhere you go, you can bet they're there. Been enough things happen in every square inch of this world that something is there. Just matters if you want to pick it up or not. What we plan on doing here, or what I plan on doing, is giving people information on the equipment that we use, where we're going, what we're doing, and to put the evidence out on the net, and you guys can judge, learn, critique, just bitch, moan, and complain if you want to, because that's usually what people do on the internet. From what I've seen, it's a good forum for pissed off people. Say what you want, man. I've got thick skin. I really don't care. I've got friends that think I'm crazy for doing this until they go out with me and it's happened to them. Shuts them up real quick. But for those of you who have been doing this for a while, keep at it. I really don't know what the outcome is for any of us that do this, other than the rush to try to figure out and to try to see what's out there, which I'm no closer 7 years later to figuring that out than the first day that I started. I just know that it's real now. But we do have a lot of Class A EVPs that I will be listing on here, and most of those that I put out are intelligent. I've had a few that have screamed at me from out of nowhere that it didn't answer a question, it just screamed something out, so I really don't want to put that on here, but I do have a lot of intelligence. One is a little boy, and he's one of the most entertaining that you would think he was sitting right next to us. He's so clear, he's so loud, and it's very intelligent. You would think it was a kid next door coming over to play with your kids. The way he acts and the way he speaks his mind, and he's very clear about it. I will put a couple of those on there for today, but just want to let you know we all appreciate the time you're taking to listen to this, and if you have any questions for us, Rain, R-A-Y-N-E, at truepint.com. You can get me there. We'll list your questions and answer them here. We'll put these out at the very least once a month. We will try to keep it as short as possible and try to put as much information out there as possible. Of information about our recordings, we started out with digital recorders. We're still using them, although I am now using my MacBook to run live audio, so I can listen to what we're saying and listen to the response at the same time. So we haven't tried it yet, but I just got the equipment to do it, and we'll be using that here in the near future. I'm sure, I'm a Mac guy, but I'm sure that any computer can do that with the proper, programs. But I'll tell you what, I'll throw one of the EVPs on here real quick and let you know where we picked it up and what it is, what part of it you'll be listening for is the little boy at the end that's saying "we're thinking."
You aren't going to invite us back. We're sitting here making stupid voices and stuff. Yeah.
No words.
On this next one we're going to play, you can hear the kid. He's saying, "Will you play with me?" or something. It is a Class A. It's just that we're stepped on because of the laughter a little bit.
Okay, so play Koopy. Okay, so play Koopy. Okay, so play Koopy. Okay, so play Koopy.
Can you play for me? Something to that extent. Now these were taken on 2 different occasions, but it's the same child. We've got it a little bit slower. I'll slow it down for you. And
Okay, so play Koopy.
now, obviously, if you're on a laptop it really doesn't matter what you're listening to unless you've got an iPod. These downloaded onto an iPod and you've got headphones in. Headphones are going to be the best way to listen to these. Some of them are very light, and I'll put them on here 3 or 4 or 5 times because I know it's hard to pull it out sometimes till you get your mind set to the cadence. But I'll put another one of these, what we call Little Boy. We'll put one more on here and let you check it out. This one, he's just playing. We've got a couple of girls with us, and they're talking, and he just
I don't know when
straight
you
up
were
says, I don't like
live,
her.
so I don't know what kind of games there were. They hit her. 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 They hit her.
I was wrong on that. It was I hate her. That's about what we're going to be playing on here on our podcast from here on out. You're going to have less intro, and we're going to load it full, man. But I want to try to keep these below 10 minutes, keep from the downloads from being so large. Again, my name is Rain with True Pint, True Paranormal Investigations in North Texas. If you want to get a hold of me, it's Rain, RAYNE, at truepint.com. Feel free to give us a holler, man, and we'll put it up. We'll tell you everything we know, if we know it. If not, we'll try to figure it out. Thanks for listening. Rain with True Pint. Have a good night. 2 regular guys, I guess we're in our middle age now. We're in our 40s.